Hey, Persian guy again. I'm Brian. Picassolama is my name. Picasso for the artist, Lama for the teacher. I'm an art teacher, and I've never on the net, I connected to the net in 1994, hidden who I am. I am who I am. I know there's a lot of crazy people out there, but I tend not to flame people, enflame people, those things that I feel are really hurting us, tearing us apart as a human race. It's been happening for centuries. I mean, it's not something new. It's very old. Captain Awesome, I understand what he's doing. I don't condone it, but there is a sense of acceptance. I would assume that when people listen to what I say about it, it seems that I accept it, and that might be something that's important. First off, I guess to get to your point, I wasn't mocking you. I didn't see your video until after my video was made and I had uploaded it, and I saw that Warren had accepted your video, and there was a little misunderstanding. It almost appeared that he didn't accept mine, which I was confused, but he cleared that up. He went to bed, and you know, I guess I was feeling or being seen as being impatient, and I don't want to feel that way. I'm a very patient person. But I did see your response, and I liked what you said at the beginning about being a level-headed guy and everything, and watched your rant first, and then watched your second video after the rant, and really liked a lot that you said. Sorry about that. I have a kitten here. I have a few cats. I like cats. And he started laying on a key and it started beeping, so I had to stop. But getting back to what I was talking about, I did see your video, and I did find your comments very akin to how I feel. And I like this kind of dialogue because it's not centered on the YouTube stars. And I know that you've been involved in the Renato thing with Greg Solomon, and I've been keeping up on it, but do I want to spend my energy on that? I don't know. I mean, you can see a lot of haters going back and forth, and basically it's sheep against sheep, and I don't know if that's worth it. You know, YouTube is going to go where YouTube goes. And hopefully we can continue a dialogue of something very meaningful, such as racism on the planet, the differences in religion, the differences in cultures, the differences in you know, regions of the world. You spoke of Muslims. You spoke a lot of Muslims. And I know I see Captain Awesome as putting them all down. He's putting down religion. He's putting down one of those fundamental things that has held people together, given people a sense of community, given people a sense of belonging. It's given people a lot. Religion has contributed to the socialization of humankind for thousands of years. My personal belief is that we created it because we're creators. And if we're creators, we had to have something that created us. You know, we wouldn't come out of nothing. We had to have an origination of our soul, and that's God. Now, how you take God is basically to each his own, but it has also been historically where you're from. What region of the planet were you born? What culture raised you? What all of those things were that molded you into who you were. I was raised a Methodist. Have a lot of history in my family as a Methodist, but I didn't stay a Methodist. Religion did not latch on to me and say, if you don't have religion, you don't have community, you don't have family, you don't have these things that religion is meant to provide. But what I did have was the human race. And I saw the human race as a community. I saw the human race as one. I didn't see the human race separated into all these little entities called religion. And so I somehow understand where Captain Awesome is coming from. Do I condone how he projects his message? No, I don't, because it has hate in it. But the majority that's out here has hate in it. And I would submit to you that even your remarks have hate in them. And that's what I'm trying to communicate, is that it's very difficult for this human being to spew hate. And I'm not condoning his, I'm not condoning Warren's, I'm not condoning Greg Solomon's. You know, I mean, there has to be a point where we start saying, wait a minute, what are we doing? What exactly are we doing? You know, that's where I'm coming from. I think it all boils down to we're not going to do away with religion. It's not going to go away. But I think if we learn more about each other, you know, I don't know where you're from. You say you're a Persian guy, so I'm assuming Iranian, that region. And I do go to Iranian websites and read about the culture and learn about the culture. Learn about the Muslim religion. Learn about the Quran. Learn about these things that another people have in their lives. That way you understand their life much easier. There is brainwashing that happens. There's brainwashing that happens on both sides. You know, I haven't seen the movie Jesus Camp, but I've seen a lot of clips, and to me, it's not very different than what happens in mosques with imams. I mean, it really, there's correlation there. There's correlation in all religions. And I think what we have to find is the positive correlation in those religions. And the positive is love. The positive are those things that bring people together. If it separates us, it should be separated from that religion. If it takes us apart from one another as a human race, remove it. Because that is what is causing cultural divides, religious divides, regional divides, and all of those divides are causing conflict. So, there's a lot of things I agree with what you're saying, and I know they're heartfelt. That's important. But you always have to question your own energy that's going out there to other human beings. And that's what I try to do, is question that. And that's what I put forward to Warren. You know? Just chill a little bit. Give a little love instead of a little hate, because hate fosters hate. And the circle will just keep going around and around and around. And we need to stop the circle. And that's what I attempt to do. Stop the circle. You know, I care about you. All of you. And I don't mock you. I don't put you down. I don't cuss at you. I'm not going to do that. You know, it doesn't work. I went through that phase. I was in the United States Marine Corps 4 years. You know, mother effing this, mother effing that. Every word, every other word, not every word, couldn't communicate that way. You know what I'm saying though. I was your age. And I had a fire. And I've stoked that fire. I've removed some things as I stoked it though. And that's all I'm saying to you. You know, keep the faith. Keep the faith that the human race can make it. You know. Alright. Not much more to say, but no anger here, dude. No anger here. So, take care.